Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems.
Good morning, Jenna, Maureen, and Jenny, and everybody else out in the universe and everything else. What a morning, what a morning. So, I am glad everybody is here for the My Tarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory. And Angelina, what are we doing? This is our chance and a reminder to take a breath this morning. So good morning. This is definitely a morning for me to need the reminder to slow down, take a breath. I tell you, it is really important for me doing something like this because I really do love to run and I really love to do the ADD bounce and all those things. So, but this is our chance to check in with the universe, see if there's any angers or resentments or anything that we might be feeling that might interfere with our day. And that's somewhat of what we do with the meditation. It's checking in, and it's like, boy, I'm feeling anxious. Why am I feeling anxious? Doesn't matter. Sometimes we just don't know why, but at least we can say, I'm going to take a breath, and I'm just going to plan things out today, and just be prepared. And so when we do something like the tarot that's universal, we all share the same feelings. We all share the same joys. One way or the other. We share the feelings, if not the exact facts. So it's a chance to come together as a community and just reflect on what the universe might want to show us today. So, with that, listening to the cards like to the sounds of the ocean, with the reminder for a breath, putting our feet flat on the floor, just to feel that ground, become grounded, rolling the ankles. Oh, that feels good. Feels good on the calves. And then, where's my butt? Doing the kitty dance. Oh, comfortable. Checking in with the shoulders. Oh. And the neck. Oh my gosh, I heard some cracks. And now the light switch. Good morning. Natalia, there are bullies. Well, all I have to do is take a look at the news and see the bullies. But, we're going to, the thing about bullies is they want to intimidate, right? And then once we are seen through an emotional lens, then they intimidate more, knowing that they're just making the lens thicker and thicker and thicker, and we fall right into that trap. But when we're doing something like a meditation or something that is mentally healthy for ourselves, we can distance away from their objective, which is intimidation, and step outside the box and take more of a universal, more of a universal view. And what I mean by that is that, as I say, the universe holds up a mirror and asks us, what do we see? Well, when we step out of ourselves and use that view, then we can see the bullies and we can see our reaction. It's about stepping out and becoming a third party. Actually, I never quite thought about this, but meditation could almost be stepping out of ourselves and becoming a third person in our own lives. There's the things around us, there's us, and then we want to float above that and observe from a distance. I need to work on that because I never quite thought of it that way. But it's about stepping out of ourselves so that we can be observers in our own lives. And that's kind of what we do with the tarot. We're stepping out of ourselves so that we can become observers in the spread and in our own lives. So, let's see what we have for today. Stepping out of ourselves so we can become observers in our own lives. I need to write that down. So, what am I going to do next? Well, as Jenny says, I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like these are different paths, because this stack will lead down one path. This stack is a totally different path compared to the direction this one will go, as we become observers in our own lives. So today, let's take the top stack, or what I like to think of as things that are right in front of us and we don't even see it, until sometimes when we take a step out of our own lives. So I'm going to do our 3 and 1. So flipping each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. So, let's start with something that's positive. Look at this picture. This is the 6 of Cups. And I think we had the 6 of Swords over here yesterday. So this is about reflecting and finding the positive. Cups are our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings. And 6s are about harmony and improvement. That feeling we get, not when we've completed something, but when we've done something positive, when we have overcome something that is helping us get to where we want to be. So sometimes when we're feeling that way, it's as if we can be a little bit grateful for maybe the people that might have handed us a cup or been there while we were going through something or doing something, or maybe we were the ones helping people and we did not even realize it. So the 6 of Cups, which is a card of remembrance. It's also somewhat a card of gratitude, and goes into the Moon. So, good morning, Tabitha. Welcome. So, Tabitha, what is the Moon card? That's a darn question. So, the Moon card can mean different things, of course. But with the Moon card, I like to think of it like this. Because, forget my bad French, but what is it? Enchaîne de loup, something like that. But it means between a wolf and a dog. So that phrase, which would have been popular in the 1500s, people would have known it in the French Marseille area. Because what it means is that it's that time of night when you can't tell the difference between a wolf and a dog. So when we have the Moon card, we have a path we need to travel. But let's imagine that you see a shadow, and it's twilight. And you need to determine, is that shadow an animal that's going to jump out at us, or is it just a log? And the thing is that, if it's daylight and everything's honky-dory, you see it's just a log. But then we have our fears we have to contend with at twilight. There's our intuition we need to trust. We know it's just a log, but sometimes we say, you know what, I'll just come back tomorrow. And we say that again tomorrow, we'll come back tomorrow. So the Moon card is about trusting our intuition, seeing things for the way they are, stepping out of ourselves, right? And seeing things for the way they are so that we can travel through our anxieties and our fears. And sometimes we can do that by reflecting back. Positive things give us positive strength. If I'm feeling negative, then when I walk up to this card in the twilight, I'm going to feel negative and I'll react one way. If I can find an anchor from yesterday or from something I've done, accomplished, somebody's helped me with, I'm building an anchor that says I have something positive to reflect this moment through. Okay, here we are with two majors now. So minors are what? There are day-to-day cards, right? The majors. These are the destiny cards. There's 78 cards in the tarot. When there's only 22 majors, so when more than one major shows up in a spread, we want to pay attention. So, this is just something small that happened. The Six of Cups is just, all it takes sometimes, and people don't even realize it, is just one small positive thing to reflect back on. Just something during the day. It happened on a Monday, and I'm remembering back, and that was a nice feeling as I walk up to the Moon card, because the World card is about moving to a new chapter. This is the last of the majors. This is the path that we're on. We go through the Moon card. We follow our path to the World card. And the World is a reflection of where we are, what we've accomplished, and it's a stepping off point for where we're going. So don't discount the positive things that have happened to us. Find their importance as we move through the Moon card. And as Maureen has here, well, Natalia's saying Moon means bullies. Well, that's what I'm talking about. These things that can intimidate us into not going forward, right? Those things that intimidate us because they've got us looking at shadows and jumping at our own shadows. But we have a destination and a goal set in mind. So as Maureen is saying, it's using intuition to navigate the path through fear. So let's take a look at the advice card. And the advice card is about, every day is a new chapter, right? Every day we are writing a new story. Today I got up and did this, and this was a silly thing that happened, and I got frustrated here, but I had a positive thing here. Okay? And then sometimes it's a month. I'm glad that month's over. Sometimes it's a year. But when we turn that page, start a new chapter, begin a new book, whatever this is going to take, today it's one of those days where we reflect on the Ace of Coins. We wake up in the morning and we are given the opportunity to plant a new seed. We can continue yesterday because we don't go through the Moon card. I'm going to start this. I feel bad, so I'll start this over tomorrow. Well, that's not going to make me feel any, maybe I can go through the end. But it's like, am I just planting that seed for fear to keep not going forward? But each morning we have the opportunity to take a breath, plant the Ace of Coins, which is coins are our home, health, finances. These are the things that are going to ground us throughout the day, right? So the Ace is a seed. So today, it's about taking our breath, reflecting on the positive energy so that when we come up to the newspaper, when we come up to the boss, when we come up to people who we're in a relationship with, who sometimes negative things happen, we all get in arguments, where we can step back, become observers in our own lives, see the log for what it is, and not use emotion to choose our own adventure, so that we can accomplish something. And it's a cycle, because once we do that, we get to plant a new seed. And when we start out with one seed, we've planted a flower. When we start out each day planting a seed, we end up with a field of flowers, one right after the other. So today, let's go ahead and plant that seed and start our field of flowers. Let's look at the positive so that we can keep moving towards the goals that we have set. Intuition could mean finding a big stick. Well, wands are the element of fire. That's our passion, our energy, our creativity. And those are positive things. So, today, it really is, let's just remember there is positive. Use that light to guide us through the moon card, because we do have a destination to get to. And we have a seed to plant. So today, have that amazing, amazing day. Good luck with everything. Step out of your own life and observe what's going on. And sometimes it's interesting to just take a breath and observe how we're feeling, how that's controlling us, or how that's helping us through the day. Take care, everybody. Thank you all, and I will be back again. I'm at almost, 950 now. I'm getting close to 1,000. Take care, everybody, during the scary new moon and the harvest of the ace. Take care. Bye-bye.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards.